How do they keep Australian hip-hop still standing after 29 years? Well, let's find out. Hey everyone, Brendan the Blind Guy here, and welcome to the Boombox. Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom. So in today's podcast, we've got heaps to talk about. We've got Hilltop Hoods' recent tour sweeping through Sydney. We've got Bad Bunny's 2 incredible stadium shows in Sydney. We got tour announcements and even a look back on a previous hilarious part from an old interview. So stay tuned. But first up, wearing that costly sweater, wearing that costly sweater, wearing that costly sweater, wearing that costly sweater. Okay, as I just mentioned, Australian hip-hop legends from Adelaide, Hilltop Hoods, swept through Sydney for 2 sold-out shows at Kudos Bank Arena. Now, these guys have been at top of their Aussie hip-hop scene, shaping it, not just topping it, but shaping it, since their first album in 1997. And see, I'm very picky when it comes to hip-hop and, you know, all of those kind of hip-hop, rap, R&B kind of genres. So what keeps me coming back like 7 or 8 times over the years, again and again for Hilltop Hoods? I was thinking of, you know, what makes these shows so great. And you can check out my full review of the concert on the Keen Eye for Concerts website with the link in the description below. I was thinking of it and I was like, okay, so over the past 29 years, apart from Hilltop Hoods having a really unique kind of flavour to their sound, like the vocalists I think have such unique voices that you instantly hear and go, yep, that's Hilltop Hoods. Straight away, instantly recognisable, lovable voices. Yeah, that's all good. As far as their style not getting old over the past 29 years, because no one wants to hear the same thing again and again and again, time and time again, no matter how good it is. I mean, we get bored. I think what they do and have done really well over the years is they've stuck to their traditional recipe, mixing things up every now and then, staying on track, but adding fresh new flavors by collaborating with all these other different artists from different genres and regions across Australia and around the world, getting fresh perspectives into kind of add their own little flavors on the Hilltop Hoods flavor, I think goes really nicely for a very well potent cocktail of flavors. And so as a result, it's no wonder why they sell out, you know, Kudos Bank Arena, the biggest arena in Australia, 2 nights in a row. It was amazing. Check out the full review. Devi tirarme foto de cuando te tuve, devi darte más besos y abrazo las veces. Now, arriba, arriba! I know that's probably really lame, sorry, but what's not lame is juggernaut Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny recently did 2 sold-out shows at Sydney's NG Stadium, also known as just Sydney Showgrounds, over the weekend as well. And having a look at footage from the show, it looked absolutely incredible. Like, it just looked like a massive Puerto Rican Spanish celebration of life and so much fun. The energy was intense with all of these Latin American heritage people constantly jumping, dancing and having the time of their life to the insane lighting and fireworks, and apparently even had these lanyards that, like Lady Gaga and Coldplay with their wristbands, lit up with what I've been just told is like a little 2D camera lens on these lanyards that lit up to light up the whole crowd. Check it out. apart from that, it broke some massive records of drawing in some 90,000 Latin heritage people across Australia. Yeah, again, a massive celebration and unity of different cultures and bringing people together, which I think is so special and is just something that should be done so much more. But I didn't go to the show personally because I was at Hilltop Hoods and doing the review. But I would, if you went to the show, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about it. So please leave comments below and keep it nice, people. Keep it nice, but definitely keen to hear your thoughts on it. Now, also on the weekend in Sydney, well, the whole of Australia, but in Sydney in particular was the Mardi Gras, which is a massive celebration every year. I know I'm using the word celebration a lot, but there's been a lot to celebrate, people. It is, again, a massive celebration and unity. So, but this year, the massive Mardi Gras after party, which generally draws in some massive international names like Cher, Sam Smith, Dolly Parton, didn't happen this year because promoters said as much as they love it and it's a big tourism draw, etc., and brings together the LGBT plus community, it just financially wasn't viable. And so I would love to hear your thoughts on how the Mardi Gras weekend was. How was the parade despite not having the after party to go to? Was it really that big a deal, or was it just of like, oh well, it's, you know, still got the parade and still the big, wait for it, celebration? Now on to some incredible tour announcements in the past week. Now, US hard rock, metal, hardcore juggernauts, pioneers, whatever you want to call them, I Prevail have announced that they'll be returning down under for The Violent Nature tour. Tickets, I believe, are on pre-sale or about to go on pre-sale, so check out all of the info via the link in the description section, and for all tour and ticketing information, head to the Keen Eye for Concerts website. I just saw Haley's comments your way. Said, why you always running in place? Apart from that, another big tour announcement is US rock icons Shinedown are teaming up with UK rock favourites Bush for a massive co-headline tour this September as well. Now, Shinedown in particular, they haven't been to Australia since February 2010, where they performed at Soundwave Festival, which I was so lucky to attend. And just FYI, the Sydney Soundwave 2010 was on my 16th birthday, so that was pretty special. Even though I had a broken hand, it was still amazing. So it will be absolutely incredible to witness Shinedown in their headline glory, or I should say co-headline glory, with Bush, who I've not seen before. But again, I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have seen Bush before. Now let's go into the Jet Age, and I'm talking about Aussie rock favourites, the Superjesus, are heading back out on the road for their Jet Age, their second studio album, the 25th anniversary of that album, hitting stages across the country in June. So that's always good. The band led by the amazing Sarah McLeod. I was lucky enough to catch up with her for some interviews very early on in my career when it was very amateur recordings and everything. But I still remember that I love asking artists what their most hilarious, priceless WTF moment is on their music career. And Sarah McLeod gave me the most amazing WTF moment from when her and the band were invited to the Playboy Mansion party a couple of times. Have a listen.
There was a few very bizarre moments at those parties, yeah. The first gig that I didn't have a guitar. It was more of a club thing that I was doing. The second gig I had a guitar and I had Nick on drums. The first one I was just singing and I had this radio mic. And I climbed the scaffolding and I was dangling down like into Hugh's Cabana. He's in there with all these ladies. And I was like waving at him and he was like, I'm enjoying the music. And I was like, thanks, man. It was just so weird. And then I forgot what happened during the night. I woke up with Ron Jeremy's autograph on my boobs. And then I was like, what happened to me? Oh my God. And then at the party the following year, and I shit you not, I woke up with his autograph again on my boobs. And he must just, I don't know if he does it to everyone or what. I can't remember. Maybe I asked him to do it as, like, you know, memory of the year before. I have no idea. But I woke up with, you're kidding me. Not again.
That's when you know you're partying quite hard the night before.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to me that night, but I can't really remember very much at all.
Yeah, so that is really what the F, I know. So hopefully I can catch up with Sarah soon because, as I've previously mentioned in podcasts, she's teaming up with Dallas Frasca for a co-headline, not just a co-headline, but a collaborative tour, the Green Electric Tour at the end of this month. So hopefully I can bring more WTF stories from her to you very, very soon. So keep a keen eye out for that. Now, I would love to go into so many of the most hilarious, priceless WTF moments I've heard from artists over the years. Believe me, I've heard some stuff that I'll never forget. Yeah, wow. But until then, keep a keen eye for concerts and bring on the boom! Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom. Just give me that, give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just
Well, unfortunately, I've got to speed things along a little bit because, I mean, we're both chatterboxes. But, yeah. So what's been your kind of biggest, most, defining experience and achievement throughout your career, would you say?
Well, just on a personal level, I think the making of this album was actually my biggest hurdle that I had to overcome, and I'm the most proud of this. I'm more proud of this than, like, being inducted into the Hall of Fame or winning ARIAs, or I sound such a wanker. But you know what I mean? Like, as far as getting accolades, which are nice and all, but this album was, like, difficult, as in a huge challenge. I set myself this challenge that was just astronomical and super ambitious, and I did it, and I love it. And to me, that is that's the most satisfying career moment that I've ever had. I feel fantastic about it.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, I worked much harder on these songs than I have with any other record. I pushed myself harder with all the lyrics. I love every song. I connect with every word, and there's nothing in there that I think is fluff. Whereas, stuff I've done in the past, you sort of skip a little line here and there and you go, that rhymes and fuck knows what it means. But, whereas this one I was really on my case about, does that make sense to the story? There's only a certain amount of lines that I can say in one song, so every line is high-class real estate. It's got to mean something. It's got to support the rest of the story, and I want someone who's not me, who's never heard it before, to turn it on and be able to follow the story and understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I worked really hard at that, like way harder than normal, and now it's in my soul. I love it.
Nice.
And I think that's why.
Yeah, you can really hear your heart and soul coming out in it. So yeah, you've done well. You've hit the mark on that one.
Thanks, Brendan. Yeah. I'm really mega proud of stupid word, but I'm satisfied that I worked hard and I achieved that. It doesn't matter if it sells, if it doesn't sell, or it's not about that. It's about that I made that body of work and I love it. So for me, that's the success is already there.
Nice. Well, I've got two more questions. So the first, what's kind of happening behind the scenes, kind of brewing for after your big tour for the album and, into the stars and beyond?
Well, the album tour keeps getting dates added to it. So at the moment, it's going right through till after Christmas into January.
Wow.
So we haven't announced the second lot yet, but I'm just basically going to keep playing this show with Mick, which is so exciting because we get better every night. And I feel like I learn something every day. So every night we're like 15% better than we were the night before. So I can't wait to see what we're going to be like by the end of this tour.
Yeah.
And then after that, there's some Superjesus plans, which I'm not allowed to divulge as yet.
Oh, that is such a tease. Come on.
No, I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. And I've written a book.
Okay, fine. Well, finally, you've inspired so many people around the country and have proved that rock will never die, and thank God for that. So what kind of message would you have to your fans and people that have been inspired by you to kind of follow, the inner rock star?
Well, just find what kind of music you like the best and go for it with reckless abandon. Work really hard at your craft. If you want to play piano, then work really hard at being the best pianist you can and write songs and work hard at sculpting good songs. Don't put out inferior work. And if it's not the best that you can do at that time, then don't put it out. And in your heart of hearts if it's the best work that you can possibly achieve at that point in your life. So you've got to be your own worst critic, but also be gentle on yourself and have an open heart and an open mind and be patient, because all the best ideas will come eventually. If you sit there long enough, it will come to you. And there's a really good story actually that I saw once in an ABBA documentary, and it was one of the guys, I don't know if it was Benny or Bjorn, and he said this one thing, and it changed my life as far as how I approach songwriting. And he said, it's like you're sitting looking at a cupboard, and inside that cupboard is a monster but the door's shut, and you're sitting there waiting for that monster to come out. But you're just going to have to sit there and wait and wait and wait, because you know that the minute you leave and go make a cup of tea or give up for a bit, the monster's going to come out and go, and then go straight back in there.
Yeah, wow.
So it's about absolute persistence.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I went, so it's not just because he's a genius and we don't have that talent, so we can't write like him. It's not that. It's hard work. You sit there long enough. I start most of my songs with a pretty shit idea. And if you sit there long enough and work on any idea, it morphs into something else, that morphs into something else, that morphs into something else. And if you keep working on it, eventually it will be cool.
So that's exactly how you polish a turd.
Yeah. Yep. Don't put that in the headlines.
Yep. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and I will catch you at your Newcastle show on the 12th of October, and I'm very, very keen for that. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah. We'll be super cooking by then.
Aha, I can't wait. Thanks heaps, and have fun moving houses.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Okay, thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks heaps. Bye.
See ya.